Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean at night, the darkness stretching infinitely before you, the roar of the waves filling your ears. You're holding a tiny, flickering lantern in your hands, barely illuminating the next few steps. That lantern is your own understanding, trying to pierce the overwhelming mystery of the future. This is where Anna found herself, not by the ocean, but in the depths of life's uncertainties. A young woman with dreams bigger than her fears, yet the path ahead was shrouded in shadows of doubt and the unknown. She felt alone, grappling with decisions that seemed to carry the weight of the world. But in her darkest moment, Anna made a choice not just to survive, but to thrive. She decided to trust the light she held to guide her not just to the next step, but to a future fashioned by faith, not fear. In this video, we dive into the journey of leaving our lanterns aside and embracing the light that never dims the light of faith in God. Join us as we explore how surrendering your worries and stepping into trust can transform your life, just like it transformed Anna's. Worry. It's a companion many of us know too well. It whispers in our ears about futures unseen, paths untrodden, and storms yet to come. It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with what-ifs and maybes, a burden that bends our shoulders and clouds our days. Meet Sarah. Like many of us, Sarah stands at the threshold of her future. The weight of choosing the right career path presses down on her, clouding her joy with worry. Will she make the right choice? What if she fails? The endless loop of questions torments her, stealing the beauty of the present moment. In the midst of our worries, there's a voice that speaks peace. In the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 25 to 34, Jesus addresses this very burden. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, he says. With simple yet profound words, he reminds us that life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. If our Heavenly Father cares for the birds of the air, how much more will He care for us? It's a divine invitation to trust, to lay down our worries and embrace the moment we're given. Jesus isn't asking us to ignore our responsibilities or to stop planning for the future. Instead, He's teaching us the freedom of living today, trusting that He holds tomorrow. Now, think about your own life. What worries are you holding on to? What fears about the future are filling your thoughts, perhaps even as you watch this video? Imagine gently placing those worries into the hands of someone who cares deeply for you. Someone who knows the end from the beginning and has promised to never leave you or forsake you. This is the first step in our journey today, recognizing the burden of worry and choosing to trust instead. To believe that no matter what tomorrow brings, we are not alone. As we continue, let's explore the nature of God's care and how understanding His character can transform our perspective on worry. As dawn breaks through the night, so does the knowledge of God's nature illuminate our darkest worries, casting them away with the light of His truth. Consider the journey of David. Amidst his turmoil, with every step taken in the shadowed valley, he discovered an unshakable truth. God was with him, his protector, his guide, his peace. The Psalms offer us a window into God's heart. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46:1 declares, in every word we find facets of His character, His strength, His presence, His unfailing love. God's faithfulness isn't just a concept. It's a reality that breathes life into our fears, transforming them into peace. His sovereignty over every aspect of creation reassures us that nothing escapes His notice. Nothing is beyond His power. Stories of God's faithfulness abound, echoing through the lives of those around us. From the quiet whispers of reassurance in times of doubt to the bold displays of power in times of need, each story is a testament to His character. How have you seen the nature of God revealed in your own life? Perhaps in moments of unexpected provision, in the peace that calms your anxious heart, or in the strength found in times of weakness. We invite you to share your story, to join in the chorus of voices testifying to God's unchanging nature. Understanding God's nature is like standing on the shore, watching the horizon expand before you. It invites trust, not in the seen, but in the unseen. Trust in the one who promises to be our refuge, our strength, and our ever-present help. As we journey through life, let His word be the light that guides our path, the truth that sets us free from the burden of worry, and the foundation of our trust. With this understanding of God's nature, our next step beckons us towards surrender, to lay down our worries at His feet, trusting in His plan for our future. In the quiet of dawn, as the world awakes to new possibilities, so too does our spirit awaken to the power of surrender. To surrender is to open our hands, letting go of the reins we grip so tightly, and entrusting them to God. Meet James. Overwhelmed by the pressures of life, James found himself at a breaking point. In his darkest moment, he chose to kneel and surrender his struggles, his dreams, his future to God. It was not a sign of defeat, but of ultimate trust. Abraham's story in Genesis 22 is a profound example of surrender. Called to offer his son Isaac, Abraham stepped forward in obedience, his heart heavy, but his trust in God unwavering. It was this trust, this surrender, that led to God's provision in the most unexpected way. Surrendering to God doesn't mean giving up on our hopes and dreams. Rather, it's opening up to the boundless possibilities of His plans for us, plans to prosper us and not to harm us, plans to give us hope and a future. What burdens are you carrying that need to be surrendered? Is there a worry, a plan, a dream that you've clutched too tightly, afraid to let go? Imagine now, just for a moment, the relief of handing it over to God, the peace that comes with total trust. Surrender is a journey, not a one-time act. It's a daily decision to trust God with our lives, with our futures, with everything that concerns us. And in that surrender, we find freedom. Freedom from the weight of worry, freedom to live fully in the present, and freedom to embrace the future with hope, knowing we're in the hands of a loving God. As we learn to surrender our fears, our plans, our very lives to God, we step into a new dimension of peace and purpose, a peace that transcends understanding, and a purpose rooted in His perfect plan for us. Let us move forward, then, hand in hand with God, exploring the beautiful horizons of peace and purpose He has prepared for those who trust and surrender to Him. Imagine standing by a tranquil lake, its surface undisturbed, a picture of peace that passes all understanding. This is the peace that God promises us, a peace that doesn't depend on our circumstances, but on His unchanging presence in our lives. Across the globe, countless stories echo this truth. People like you and me experiencing God's peace in the midst of storms, finding purpose in places they never expected. Philippians 4:6-7 invites us, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. When we align our lives with God's purpose, our daily actions gain eternal significance. Each act of kindness, every moment of service, becomes a testament to His love and a step in our journey toward fulfilling the unique plan He has for each of us. Think back to a time when you felt God's peace most profoundly. How did that experience change your perspective on your problems, your future, your purpose? It's in surrendering to God that we open ourselves to experience this peace. A peace that doesn't just calm our anxieties, but reorients our life around His purpose, around the hope and future He has promised us in Jeremiah 29:11. Just as a seed surrenders to the soil to bring forth life, so must we surrender to God's will to truly experience the richness of His plans for us. Plans that are not to harm us, but to give us hope and a future. This journey of trust, of surrender, leads us to a life marked by His peace and purpose. A life where every moment is an opportunity to witness the unfolding of His grace, to live out the love He has poured into our hearts. As we walk forward, let us carry this peace and purpose into every aspect of our lives, embracing each day as a gift from God, a chance to live fully in the present, trusting Him with our future. In the hustle of life, it's easy to become fixated on the future or entangled in the past. Yet, there is a profound beauty and freedom in living fully in the present, in embracing the now with open arms and a trusting heart. Picture Maria, who finds joy in the laughter of her children, cherishing each giggle as a precious melody. Or John, who immerses himself in the art of painting, each stroke a testament to being truly present. These moments, simple yet profound, are where life's true treasures are found. Jesus Himself taught us in Matthew 6:34, "Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." A powerful reminder that life, in all its fullness, is lived in the present. Living in the present opens us up to the opportunities God places in our path to love, serve, and impact those around us. It's here, in the now, that we can truly be the hands and feet of Jesus, spreading His love through our actions. Reflect for a moment. What's one way you can live more fully in the present? Maybe it's by spending undistracted time with a loved one, starting a gratitude journal, or simply taking a moment each day to breathe and be still in God's presence. Each step we take towards living in the present is a step towards a richer, more fulfilling life, a life that trusts God with the future while embracing the beauty and opportunities of today. As the sun sets on another day, let us remember that each day is a gift from God, an invitation to experience His peace, to fulfill His purpose, and to savor the abundant life He offers us, right here, right now. As our journey together today comes to a close, let us carry forward the truths we've explored. The future, with all its unknowns, need not be a source of worry or fear. Instead, it presents an opportunity to trust more deeply in God, to understand His nature, to surrender our lives to His care, and to embrace the peace and purpose He offers us. Remember, you are not walking this path alone. Just as a single candle can light up the darkness, so can your trust in God illuminate your way, guiding you through the uncertainties of life. May you find strength in surrender, joy in the present, and unwavering peace in the knowledge that your future is in the hands of a loving God. Thank you for sharing this time with us. Walk in faith, embrace the journey, and always remember the best is yet to come.